That's kind of one of my mottos as I go, that, I can find joy in the journey.
In 2023, 56-year-old Jennifer Heck headed back to class. She'd raised her 4 kids, including NFL offensive lineman Charlie Heck. Now it was Jennifer's turn to complete one of her own dreams. But while attending Duke Law School, she started feeling pain in her arm.
And I'm like, that's what happens when you go back to school in your 50s and you're carrying, law books this thick in your backpack. I must have, irritated my shoulder, but it got worse and worse and worse and worse.
She saw Dr. Paul Schreppel, orthopedic surgeon at the University of Kansas Health System and head orthopedic surgeon for the Kansas City Chiefs. He took some x-rays of Jennifer's arm.
He said, there's nothing wrong with your rotator cuff. Everything looks really healthy. And I was like, okay, well, it really hurts. And he's like, right. This part here, this bone, should be white. And there were areas throughout that were just gray. You could kind of almost look like you could see through it.
Dr. Schreppel ordered an MRI and referred her to orthopedic oncologist Dr. Kyle Sweeney.
Cancer never crossed my mind.
The team needed to stabilize Jennifer's arm immediately with a titanium rod in hopes to grow new bone. Soon, a bone marrow biopsy would confirm Jennifer had multiple myeloma, a rare and uncurable blood cancer.
If somebody had said, you're going to get a cancer diagnosis, how do you think you'd respond? It was different getting that information than what I would have expected. And I think getting the information the way I did and from the doctors was very helpful for me to kind of keep this thing from this is a disaster and who knows how big and bad it could be too. This is what it is. This is how we treat it. There are protocols that are successful.
Jennifer, who handled her diagnosis like a champ, got emotional though when she and her husband Andy, a former NFL player himself and now a coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, gathered their 4 children to share the news.
That was probably the first time that I had allowed myself to have a breakdown. Telling them was so hard because they were so sad and scared.
Next, medical oncologist Dr. Al-Ola Abdallah started Jennifer on 4 rounds of chemotherapy. He told Jennifer her diagnosis would require a bone marrow transplant. No need for a donor, though. The team would be able to use Jennifer's own cells and reinfuse them back into her body.
You sit in a chair and they have this machine and they're taking your stem cells out and putting the blood back in.
Jennifer is now on maintenance therapy indefinitely, a daily chemo pill and a shot she receives monthly at the cancer center.
I honestly felt like I'm part of a team at KU. I'm going to be a good team member here and do my part of it.
She trusted her team at KU, and during it all, even made it out to Las Vegas to watch the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Seeing the grit and the resiliency of the athletes, the coaches, that's inspirational to me.
She relied a lot on her family and the Heck winning spirit to pull her through.